What's up, guys? It's your boy Elliot back at it again with W Garage here. It is Tuesday right now at about like 2:40. It's been raining for like the last couple of days, so I haven't been able to post much. But today I'm gonna try and slide out a video, just get a couple things, a couple of sound clips of the car while we're inside. I don't have a mount yet, so I'm gonna try and see if I can slide over to our local Best Buy, see if I can pick one up for cheap. Yeah, let's go hop in the car. Startup video here for you guys. Car sounds absolutely amazing. Only complaint I have is that the valves open and shut twice when you turn the car on, which I would like to be able to change if I could. Hopefully my phone doesn't fall out of this. I don't know exactly how good it is at holding, but yeah, as you guys can definitely tell, I wasn't lying when I said it was a little bit rainy. It's still pretty slippery on the roads. Very bit slippery. This car drives like a V8 and acts like a V8, but for my other Mustang, this acts nothing alike at all. So, from the standpoint of someone who used to drive a V6 automatic going to a V8 manual, the feel is totally different. Obviously I had a 2014, this is a 2018. I bought this one new, mine was used. There's a lot of things that I like about this car that I didn't have in my other Mustang that, obviously transfer over to what it is now. So I personally think that V8's better. I think this is the best sounding V8 on the market right now, and if I could pick anything else, I probably wouldn't pick anything else because this is what I wanted to go for and all this. Some interesting things about the car: it handles outstandingly well. Obviously, you have all the different modes. You have, pretty sure it's normal, sport, weather. Then you have your track and your drag. I usually just keep it in sport. Saw my friend Michael. Yeah, he drives a Mustang like me. Yeah, but basically the car handles really well. Obviously, it's got the feel of a sports car, but this handles better than any other Mustang I've ever driven before. Because I've driven 5.0s and I've driven a GT500 before, and this car is just outstanding. It's not as light as it should be, but you don't even feel the weight when you're going around corners, to be honest, because of how well it handles. But the overall drive quality on the car is kind of just smooth. You can make it as rough or as rigid as you want it to be, and that's just the way the car drives, to be honest. There's all sorts of different options you can go with on the car. You can go with the non-Recaro seats, the Recaro seats. You have an electronics package. You have like your basic sync package, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to go with something with a little more screen because I didn't have the sync package in my other Mustang, and it just gives me a little more, spec on what I want. But overall, the car drives amazing. Like, I love it. I love how it feels. I love how it sounds. But honestly, I don't think I could ask for anything more out of this car. For pricing, I think what Ford markets it at is pretty decent for what it is, but not gonna lie, I think they overpriced it by a little bit. I mean, obviously you can always find like a 2015 or a 2016 for probably way less than a newer one like I did, but I prefer the newer Mustangs or the older ones. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the classic body style, and I love obviously the 2011s, the 2014s, but I think for the performance aspect, the 2015s are way better. The GT500 I drove, still a manual car, still a V8, had a supercharger. This one doesn't. It's a great car, but I feel like it could probably be a lot better than it was. With obviously the weight problems in the car, the way the car feels when it drives, it just feels bulky and heavy. Like this one, I get so much more out of it. You know, I love driving this car for the couple days I've had it. You know, you can't get me wrong and say that I'm not just going to jump to conclusions and say this is the best car I've ever driven. Obviously, I have a GTR. That car handles like a manual, but it also handles like an all-wheel drive car. This car's rear-wheel drive. You know, we have a i8. That car's all-wheel drive, but it's a smaller engine, and it can't compare anywhere near either of those cars because of its small displacement engine. If I wanted to change something about this car, it would probably be the fact that the weight on the car is probably heavier than it should be, even though it is a Mustang. What you gonna do about that? It's a cop. Hi, cop. Stay there. Personally, just the weight. Like, the car spins through all the gears when it's wet. The car spins through all the gears when it's cold. Even when it's dry, sometimes just spin through gears. I mean, that's the way it is, I guess. And I kind of expected that coming from another V8 and a Hellcat. But still, automatic to manual, there's the difference right there. I can't really compare to that much. Obviously, I have my Skyline, and that's going to be a lot of power, but all-wheel drive. Not rear-wheel drive. Also that, I really hate the fact that it closes the valves in 6th gear. Like, I want to hear that tone constantly. Like, and if you don't, why buy the car? You know? I think Ford just wants it like that because of the fact that they want to save on the noise for the highway and the people riding around you. But it's like, you know, you got a Mustang, show off a little bit. You know, especially the fact that it's a V8. It goes fast. It sounds good. And you can pass things at light speed without having problems. Also, the 6th gear on the car is really, really long. And obviously Ford does that for its MPG, but who gives a fuck about MPG when you're driving a car like this? I fill up 2 to 3 times a day on regular. But, you know, I feel like this car has a lot of potential for the future. I mean, I'm not going to supercharge it or turbocharge it like all sorts of other guys do. I'm probably just going to do an exhaust, some intake work, maybe even a little fuel work, never know, throw around on some E85. But in my opinion, I think the way the car is built, the way the car handles, the way the car sounds, it has everything I wanted out of a daily car in a naturally aspirated V8 that's manual. So yeah, that's about it. Stay tuned for another vlog. I'll probably be back at it sometime in this week. I don't know. Obviously, I have school every day. I'm still not out of high school yet. So, but we'll see, I guess. Peace out, guys. Bonus pull. Every speed limit in Mexico, always. Oh, bonus, peace out, bye.